Here at Kishel's Animal Scents and Lures, we're all about results. No matter what the weather conditions, we produce results. You're looking for a scented tractor to do what we say they do? Try Kishel's brand. There is nothing better on the market. We're gonna try our hand at some coyotes, and I'll make the sets. You can kind of see how simple it is. You know, my preferred choice of a coyote trap is the MB 450. It's a relatively strong trap, easy trap, heavy jaws, so it doesn't do any cutting and any damage on the paws. But basically, a hardy trap is like 4 3/4 inch, you know, diameter, that trap. And I've held, you know, hundreds of coyotes in these things. So good equipment means, you know, good catches. And again, the lures, my choice, are going to be, you know, mongrel's certainly going to be one of them, and my other one's going to be triple dig it. When I'm just focusing in on coyote, those are my choices. That one and crossbreed. A little bit of bait, some urines, your typical stuff. The buckets are simple because I believe in keeping it simple. I got a kneeling pad, a sifter, a driving rod, and a hammer, basically. And that's about it. And then some waxed dirt. I'm a firm believer in the waxed dirt, which you'll see because it'll keep my traps operational for a long time. And that's it. The weather's actually perfect. I hope it cools down a little bit at night because I like when weather front's moving because the coyotes seem to work a little better. We got a lot of land to be chasing these guys on, so we're just starting, and it'll be a couple days to truly get the line out. But at least now you're going to share some of my techniques and things like that. So let's get started and see what we can accomplish. Coyotes like to run lines, transition lines, and here's a perfect one. You got an old potato field, right along this, and a stock pond, and they're just going to use this all day long. And proof's right here. There's tracks. But if you're serious about taking coyote, follow the transition lines. That's where they're going to be, and you'll catch coyote. But great location right here. We're going to put a couple sets in the corner, a couple sets here, call it a day, and get on to the next farm. We got the travel route where they want to be. I'm gonna make my set here, put a little flat set in there, put the lures, and probably put my next set right there. I keep my sets close. It's an old wives' tale to believe that you gotta put traps so far apart. You don't. I keep everything close. It's less time to check and remove animals. All my equipment's got a short chain on it. It's got a cable stake, with a cable stake holder into it. And like I said, these MB 450s, my setup's all the same no matter where I go. And I just set these up, and I've standardized how I'm actually doing my sets. The thing with trapping is always bed your trap first. You can position the hole any way you want. Make sure that trap is bedded. Single best thing you do in trapping is bed your canine traps so they don't wobble, that they can walk on it all day long and not worry about it. Because if this trap wobbles under his foot, a lot of times you don't catch them. So very first thing is bed these traps. The idea here is, so this trap doesn't move, you want this thing bedded rock solid in there. And that's kind of, and I'm making a little dish, if you would, just a little impression here. You don't really need to do it, but it's just kind of my style. And once I have it, that I have that ready to go, this is all I do. I take a wax dirt, and in here's like a paraffin wax, and I use that over the top of my traps like this. What that'll do is it's going to weatherproof this set for me. So I don't care how much snow we get in Western New York here. I don't care how much rain. My set is ready to perform. And don't be afraid to pack your dirt, because you know you don't want loose soil. So from the center of that pan to the hole where I'm going to put my set, you want it about 8 to 10 inches, okay? And I'll offset it. So if my trap is here right now, just like this, so my levers are like that, I'm just going to offset my hole a couple inches to the left or right, it don't matter. And you want to get a hole about 8 inches deep. And look, a coyote don't know whether I dug a hole or punched a hole, so it don't matter. So I don't waste time at all. I just kind of wiggle this around, get that hole going. Just like that. So it's almost 90% done. I've got to put a lure in there, and I happen to have a real nice backing. And usually on the backing is where I'll put a shot of urine. So it could be fox urine. I've got coyote urine with me. It could be bobcat urine. It doesn't matter. So the idea is that he can't work the back of the set. He's got to come this way. So I'll just typically take some coyote urine and just put it on there like that. I'm gonna take a little bit of my triple dig it and just put it down in the hole like that. And then I'll finish covering this set up and the set's ready. Now, some people, call it a flat set, call it what you want. To me, they all blend the same. It's just a different height, size hole. So I'm going to punch another one right there, so you're looking at something that's probably 6 feet apart. While I'm thinking about it, people ask me all the time, do I use pan covers? Do I worry about my soil getting underneath those pans and not being able to trip the trap? And I just say I simply don't. I trapped a lot of states, some deserts, all kinds of soil, and never had that happen to me. The important thing, the reason I don't have to use them is I'm asking that pan to travel 1/32 of an inch. I mean, it's going to drop out no matter what. Doesn't matter how much is under there. And what I mean by that travel pan is when this thing's on there and it's connected, I'm looking for that pan to basically go like that far, and it's firing. I said it's not a hair trigger, it's a stiff trigger, but it's not traveling that much. So I don't worry about what gets under there. I don't have misses. I can't nor do I want to spend the time in a set using those things. So that's your answer. I'm not asking that trap pan to travel that far that I can't move something with 32nd of it. I'm going to put mongrel in this set, and we're going to call it a day. What I will do with mongrel this time of year, because it's a little warm, just kind of throw a little dirt on it like that. That's it. This set's ready to go. So I'm on the second day. We're about to check traps, and in the meantime, I'm setting some new ground. This is a typical farmland up here in New York State, and these coyotes once again follow these lines, these intersecting roads, and I usually double up my sets. Couple sets in here, and away we go. It's a very typical scenario among trappers, and you do your best to blend your traps in and wait for the coyote to come by. But they'll always follow these lines, they'll follow these roads, and that's what I look for most of the time, these edges for when I'm trapping canines. So we'll see what happens tomorrow at these sets. Here at Kishel's Animal Scents and Lures, we're all about results, period. No hype, no gimmicks, no fancy nothing, just results. Whether you're a trapper, an outdoorsman of any sort, fishermen, hunters, dog trainers, our products are built on results. They're built on field studies and constant research. Try Kishel's brand. I think you're going to be very pleased with the results you achieve.
Understanding the proper use of scents and lures only makes your outdoor experience much more rewarding. Once you understand the makeup of scents and lures and how to tell that story, you're gonna find your experiences in the field not only successful, a lot more rewarding, because you'll be using the tools the way they should be used. You're telling a story. Today I was out on the line, and you can see the proof in the pudding, the success that I've had by understanding how to use these tools themselves. Kishel Scents and Lures, I know for a fact they'll make you a successful hunter, trapper, dog trainer, outdoor enthusiast, whatever you're chasing out there, they're gonna help you in your success.